Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video for the Studious channel. My name is Justin, alongside myself is
Mike.
And Happy New Year. Man, we actually in sync on that one.
We are in sync.
Every little thing
I was about
do.
to say that. God damn it.
Oh man, no. But you know what?
What?
It's 2026.
Really?
What the fuck? Like,
wasn't it like 2020 yesterday, bro?
Yo, okay, so I have a theory that like 2020 to 2026 literally was just a figment of our imagination because it's such a blur. But think about it. Like, what do you remember? I remember the pandemic. That's bad.
I mean, I had a good couple years between then and now. I will say that. Well, I had some good years and I had some years.
Okay, so let's reminisce for a second. What were some of the best things that happened to you between 2020 and 2025?
Relationship, graduating, this channel, getting in better shape, and
we'll be back after these messages.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of 5. I can't.
It doesn't have to be 5, but I mean, clearly those are the ones that matter to you most.
Maybe try to just getting my life together a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'd argue the same things for me. Getting into a relationship was one, starting the channel was definitely one. Deciding to actually make a change, that's 2026. And it's weird.
What kind of change are we talking about here?
So...
sex change? You finally going through with it?
Does it look like I'm finally going through with it?
Actually, yeah, a little bit.
Didn't you feel how firm that was?
Brother, the whole moon saw it. I mean, the
moon?
whole world. You could see them jiggle from the moon, bro.
Jiggle it again.
No.
Why not?
Because you asked me to, and now you're making it weird. Anyway, sorry. Proceed.
No, I think 2026, at least for me, is a year of change. So, like, if I'm being completely transparent, I think 2024 December was really the start of this whole Justin movement, right? Like, it was like, I broke up with my ex December 2024. Into January of 2025, I was like, let's go full in. Let's get in shape. Let's get religious. Everything I couldn't do within the confines of my relationship. I say confines like I was basically trapped, but it kind of felt like it in the end. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is...
Did you not watch this? Did you watch this?
I don't know.
Well, I guess you'll find out soon enough. Anyway,
yeah, fair enough. Probably get a text from me like, you were confined? Like... I don't know, but her and I ended on good terms. The point I'm trying to make is, like, everything that I thought I couldn't do while I was in a relationship because there was a certain point where I felt so held down, I didn't do while I was out of it, even though I was free to do so. And it's a little weird because there's been numerous times in the past where we've talked about relationships and we said, learn to be happy on your own before you bring someone else as an addition to your happiness. Because if they're gone, you're still at least happy. You know,
a relationship is supposed to be an extension of you. It's not supposed to be a half of you.
Yeah.
People say, oh, my other half. But it's like, I guess it is in an extent, but you're not supposed to lose yourself after it ends.
Exactly.
Right?
And so into 2025, it became this thing where it's like, I'm going to get back in shape, I'm going to get religious, I'm going to do all these things. And nothing happened. Literally.
Same for me, bro. I won't lie. I'll say, like, I feel like in a weird way, 2024 was the last time I was living my own life. And I mean that in the sense that last year, I can literally count on one hand things I remember vividly from last year. I had a couple trips that were good. I graduated. I started this channel. Him and I started going out more. Yeah. And then I met a good couple people. Those are 5 things I remember from last year. And it sounds normal. Like, okay, that was, you're probably saying, well, that's not that bad. My year was similar. I went to work and I did this and I did that. But in between those moments, I didn't really, everything felt stagnant. Everything felt the same.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of the time, I would just wake up, sit right here in the studio, watch TV, play video games, go to the gym if I had the motivation to, and then go back to the bed. Yeah. That was it. Or go to school and come home, go to school, come home, go to work. Everything was, I was living a life, but I didn't feel like I was living my life. Does that make sense? Like, I felt like I was living it for something. Like, I wasn't doing things for me. Yeah. And that's what this year is about. Him and I both want to build a better routine. He's already started, and I'm proud as shit of him for doing so with the gym. It's 6 days into the year. He's been to the gym 17 times. And here, I'll prove it. You know what? Here, give me a high five.
It hurts.
Okay. As I said, he's been in the gym more times in the year has been started. Psych. Okay, no, I can't do that to you. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, Anyways, I'm proud of this guy, man.
Yeah, I'm sure my body's thanking me.
I don't know if it is. You gotta learn what a rest day is.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's weird because, like I was saying before, 2025 was supposed to be that year where I was supposed to come back, and it didn't happen. Mm. I kind of, like, in late December, decided that, especially because I'm getting all the other parts of my life in order. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, I graduated and now started teacher's college, so I'm getting that educational factor taken care of. Work is somewhat successful. Like, I don't dread going to work. I don't love it either, but it's just like, at least I'm getting money there. But nothing else in my life was going well. Like, I wasn't as close to my family as I used to be. I never felt like I was religious as I used to be. And I definitely was not in shape. I think by the end of 2025, I looked like... There's an Indian snack. It's called a bonda. For those of you that, like, are Indian, you get it. For those of you who aren't brown, probably the equivalent.
What is this? Bonda?
It's a... Say it with me. Bon. Da. Bonda.
Buenos dias.
Okay, so... Let's just say I looked like...
A watermelon. I mean, sorry, I'll let you describe yourself.
I mean, to be fair, you were the one that was looking at me the most, so if that's the equivalent, that's the equivalent.
Well, okay, I'll give you a coconut. We'll be reasonable here.
I feel like that's worse, because, like, a watermelon can sometimes be, like, a little less curvy.
Curvy?
Yeah.
I mean, you're still pretty... Let me not use that word. You're still pretty, like, I see the difference in your arms visibly.
Yeah.
Your chest is starting to pop. But it's also like you're in that stage where you're losing the fat and trying to convert it to muscle, right?
Yeah, it's
true.
So
it's gonna look awkward for a bit. But the arms are for sure, like I can see through the hoodie.
Yeah.
Like you look bareback with the arms through the hoodie.
Bareback is crazy.
I'm just saying, like for me, like with my arms, you see them, but it's not as defined.
I mean, you're also wearing a baggy sweater.
So are you. That's the point. You're just tanky.
Am I?
I mean, it would be a baggy on me.
Oh, I guess, maybe.
I want to fill out this year too, man. That's part of my goal. I mean, I don't want to make this whole podcast about us. I want to make it a bit more general.
It kind of is, though.
It is in the beginning, right? Like, we're going to talk about a couple of things. But moral of the story is we're both trying to build a better life for ourselves. We're both trying to do things more for ourselves. My goal is to just have a better routine.
Yeah.
To clean up my diet a little bit. Like, just to clean up my diet a little bit, to get in better shape, to be more strict with how I work out, to be better when it comes to when I wake up and what I do with my day. I'm done school now, so I have more time. I want to just try to focus in on certain things. Just be more productive, feel like I've done something with the day. And I think for him and I both, is just to get our mental right, get our mental back intact, to where it was, prior to certain events that may have brought us down a little bit.
You know when people tell you, like, look in the mirror and have an honest conversation with yourself as to whether or not you like what you see? I think I had that conversation in late December. I think for you, it's starting to happen a little bit more now than it would have in December.
No, I had this conversation like a year ago.
Fair.
I was too in a rut to change anything, but here we are.
I don't think I've ever been... I don't think I've really done much introspection. I think I've recently spent a lot more time looking inward and thinking, what's the cause for me not doing anything?
Yeah.
It's because I was comfortable.
Yeah.
I said a lot of times before, maybe on the podcast, but just to you personally too, I don't like people who are comfortable being stagnant.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, you have no ambition, you have no goals for your life, and I became literally what I despised. And that killed me.
Do you not think maybe, okay, here's the thing, right? Like, you can call it stagnant, but you can also call it, like, for me, I call it soul searching. Trying to find my purpose. That's what I'm trying to do now.
But is that the true definition of go with the flow? Like...
No, it's not. Because go with the flow is when you just kind of... I mean, there's different terms for go with the flow, okay? Let's be honest here. Soul searching and going with the flow are two different things. Because soul searching is you're trying to find yourself for a purpose, which is what I think you and I are both doing right now. Mm-hmm. Trying to rediscover who we are and use that to build back our confidence, to reach our goals, to reach, a higher level of self-esteem, in both our cases, fitness, health, right? And just overall productivity.
Sure.
But things will work out and fall in your lap, but the key is you have to put yourself in positions and situations where it's attainable. If him and I just sit here for the next 10 years, we're not going to achieve our goals, right? We're not going to have a family. We're not going to have a job. We're not going to have money. right? I mean, you might get a wife shipped to you from Mumbai, but that's besides the point. It doesn't happen for all of us, okay?
Sure.
So what I'm trying to get at is, yes, things will fall into place.
Yeah.
But you do have to kind of work enough to, like, you still have to reach your hand out. Or one of our goals is, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 forever, and neither does he. So look at the background.
Take it in. Observe it.
Love it. Enjoy it. Subscribe to it. And we will also, I think another goal for us this year should be, I know we're both busy. I know we both have a lot going on, especially you right now.
Yeah.
But I think another goal is to definitely put a lot more effort into this channel.
Yeah. I mean, initially, I think we started it off as a side project because we were just like, how cool would it be if you and I were able to do things we loved and also hung out with each other?
Yeah. No, we do it for us.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm saying is consistency-wise, we have to be better.
It's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
This guy's doing 50 different things. I'm doing quite a bit now too, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, it's not really the point. The point I'm trying to make is New Year's resolutions, and for all of us, should kind of be to just do more. And especially for Gen Zs, like, as you guys know, we go out, right? We go out and have a nice night here and there.
Yeah.
But we're trying to think of other things we can do also. And we're trying to think of other things we can do, maybe like joining a club, getting into something like martial arts together, just hypothetically. He already does wrestling. He asked me to do wrestling. I told him to piss off. Mostly because he's passionate about it. I'm not. And it's not that I'm not open to trying it. It's just that I don't necessarily want an injury for something that I'm not passionate about, right? But the moral of what I'm trying to say is we're just trying to find new things to do. We're trying to build, Gen Zs are very, what's the word I'm looking for here?
It's okay. Find it.
Antisocial, right? Kind of stuck in the house all the time, doing the same thing on repeat. I think the New Year's resolution for everybody should just be to try to get out of your comfort zone more.
See, this is what I was talking about. Like, stagnancy is a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, and it's more prevalent in our generation than ever because we were literally the COVID generation.
Yeah.
We graduated high school in COVID. We started university in COVID. All we knew was to be at home, be on our phones. We were in that transitional period between dial-up fucking internet, and then now it's like we have phones in our pockets that can literally connect to anything.
I think the problem is the transition into COVID happened, but the transition out of it never truly happened. Everybody had to kind of maneuver that individually versus when we got put into lockdown, everybody got told what to do, right? Nobody got told, okay, COVID's over, put your phones down, go back outside. You know what I mean? That never happened.
But I don't remember going outside as much as a kid either.
As a kid? No, we definitely didn't. But we had more opportunities to.
Not even as a teenager. Like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I was an active kid.
Well,
like,
as kids, you are always active because you're in school, and back then they give you recess and gym class and all these other social interactions with human beings.
Did you have DPA? Like, daily physical activity in the morning?
No, but we always had gym class. I think we had gym class every day.
For those of you that knew what DPA was, you're goated.
I don't know if we had gym class every day. I can't remember now. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, as kids, we don't have the freedom we do now where we can do what we want, where life was more structured. Right. And social interaction and making friends and going outside, physical activity, those were all things that were more prioritized back then. Right. As we get older now, it's like, okay, you go to school and you get a job and you work, have a family one day, work, die. That's pretty much what we're told to do after we grow up.
It's almost like everything is structured and everything has a set outline. But then that's kind of the reason why we started the channel in the first place, was to break out of that structure.
Right.
Knowing that an opportunity is readily available for you to do so and you don't take it, I think that's an abuse of a luxury that not very many people have access to.
I think that's the thing, though. A lot of people are scared, and that's okay. We live in a time where...
It's not, though.
No, it is, because hear me out, okay? 20, 30 years ago, when you made $100,000 a year and a house cost, I'd say $500,000, that was okay. Because, okay, if I work for 5 years, I can pay off my house, hypothetically, right? Obviously, you have other expenses. Now, you make $100,000 a year, a house is what, 1.5 million? Good luck to you. In 20, 30 years, when you're an old fart, you'll be able to pay your debts. Like, It's unreasonable. It's unrealistic to be able to... It's hard for majority of people to be able to do something like this, and because they can't.
Yeah.
All they need is money. and they need it now. So we are lucky that we have the luxury to be able to do something like this and still have finances and a roof over our head and parents who support us.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, I'm just saying I'm grateful that I have the ability to be a little more free. I have the ability to do things, and that's what I'm saying. I want to build a routine and a structure for myself because I have the time and I have the freedom to be able to. I won't waste it this year. I wasted it last year. I won't waste it this year.
Yeah, one thing I think that's really stuck out to me, and I think him and I, especially because we've known each other for the last 4 years. Has it been 4 years?
2021, yeah, man, damn.
Yeah, because we've known each other for the last 4 years, I think we've taken a lot from each other, whether it's advice or, like, just simply how to live life, right? Like, it goes without saying, right? But one thing he's taught me was you're only young once. It never really resonated until this year. Because I remember going into university when I was like, you know what? I'm 18, 19, whatever. I don't really need to worry about getting in shape. Right? Because it's just like I'm still too young. But then I saw like this post of this dude that was like 16 and he's fucking ripped, and I'm like, heck yeah.
I used to do that too. I hate when people tell me, "Oh, you're young, you have time. You're young, you have time." And I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, it's like if you put that in someone's head and they believe it, they're not going to act or try to do anything differently until they're not young anymore. You know what I mean? It depends on who you say it to. When you say it to me, I'll say right back to you, yeah, but I'm not going to be young forever. It doesn't mean I just want to sit on my ass through my whole 20s. This is the time we get to build our life up. Yes, Justin and I will, I'm not saying, like, there's people online, you guys have all seen those motivators who are like, work, 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 get up at 5 a.m. and fucking drink 7 eggs. And, like, just, okay, there's a limit. You know what I'm trying to say? Have some balance, too. Because, yes, we have to figure out our lives, but we're also not going to get these years... Lives. Thank you, teacher, professor, man. But we're also not going to get these years back. So, focus. Shut up. Focus, but enjoy at the same time. Because one day you're going to look back and you're going to say, shit, I didn't do enough of this in my 20s, but I did too much of this in my 20s. Or vice versa. Don't work too hard and don't party too hard. Do a little bit of both. Enjoy yourselves, too.
And speaking of which, like, that working out thing, I know, like, I bring up working out quite a bit on this podcast already, but, like, that wasn't the only example, right? I think I've mentioned this also. Growing up, I had 2 older siblings who taught me to mature fairly quickly. I'm sure Mike had a similar experience despite being only a child. I mean, as evident, he can be somewhat immature at times, but the point I'm trying to make is, if you spit on me, I swear. Was that a kiss? What was that?
I was going to do, like, the waterfall over. Yeah, I just chose not to.
Very good. See, this is the maturity factor, right? So, do you mind?
Why can I not drink water while you talk?
Because
I didn't do any of that. What are you talking about?
Are you finito?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do you feel bonita?
I feel very bonita.
Because you look bonita! Last SDN 2026, right. So, no. But, like, think about it this way, too. Like, Mike and I talked about going out, and I think we mentioned this also in a previous podcast. Was the last podcast? Something like that. About, like, how we're trying to go out more because we're still young and we still got a lot of life to live left, right? But we have enough time in our 30s to kind of just chill and do some of the adult stuff. Like, for example, Mike likes to call me fucking old because I like my vibe as opposed to his is, let's go to a jazz bar. Let's smoke a cigar. Let's have a scotch. Let's listen to the fine jazz. And then Mike's like, you could be 30 and doing that. Why don't you just come out to a fucking bar where there are people your literal age and have a conversation? How about?
My thing, no, okay. I'm open to trying it. But again, I feel like when I go out, I'm looking for social interaction. I'm looking for human connections. I'm looking for new friends. I'm looking for a fun experience. I'm not saying that's not going to be one. I'm just saying a place like that, everybody is more in their own zone. They're there to just listen and relax. And it's a good environment. I'm not saying it isn't. It's a good environment for some. But I just don't know if I'm personally ready for that. Because my thing is, I've always felt older than I am. Like, I've always acted older than I am. And so is you. So have you.
Yeah.
Right?
So is you.
So I was going to say so have you, but I don't know why. But what I'm trying to say is...
fucking got better at English when we fucking
Well, maybe if you're a better fucking teacher.
You want me to teach you grade 6 English? I'll teach you right
Let's
now.
go right now.
What is main idea, Mike?
Your mom. Anyways, I think when what is the main idea, Justin?
I'm done.
When is the main idea?
No.
Well, if a kid calls you names, are you gonna cry in the corner?
Yes.
Oh.
Main idea is basically a sum up of the story in one sentence.
Okay.
The summary of a story in one sentence. What
So
is
like
the story mostly about?
Gotcha. Okay.
So, like, this podcast, if you had to sum this up in one sentence, what would it be? What is this podcast mostly about?
New Year's resolutions. And
I meant our podcast in general, but sure. This podcast episode. Then
connecting with people our age and other people who are interested in what we have to say.
Sure. Inspirational, motivational. I feel, you know what, like, honestly, I feel like we've said everything that we needed to say.
Mm-hmm.
2026 is definitely going to be filled with a lot more surprises for you guys, which we haven't decided yet, but, you know, we're not supposed to tell you that, right?
Well, no, and I also said, you know, trying new things about 7 times, so if that's not already a hint, then God knows what is.
It's also one of those things where I feel like Mike has really taken over the podcast.
Taken over. Nice one, Teach. Took it over. Great grammars. No.
Taken over.
This was my idea. You know, today was actually supposed to be another video, but I figured it's a new year. Let's start it off with a podcast. You know, give them our resolutions. I want to hear some of your resolutions too.
Yeah.
And I also want to, you know, inspire you guys to do other things. You know, switch it up this year.
I feel like our podcast is slowly transitioning. It used to be a lot about our perspectives.
You're slowly transitioning?
Our podcast is slowly transitioning.
Right. Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Really, roles are reversing. So our podcast is slowly.
No, they're still there. Okay, I'm sorry.
I believe our podcast is slowly transforming into not just like what our perspectives are on certain topics, but it's our perspectives with the intention of motivating.
Yes. Right?
Because a lot of you who are watching this, funnily enough, we look at our statistics, believe it or not that there's very many, but that like we're actually, our podcast is geared towards like people our age and people who are older. Yeah. And there are some people who are younger also, but not very much. But I'm curious to know if people are watching it because they find us entertaining or because they find some form of educational value out of it.
Could be both.
Which is kind of funny because we're not so studious. But like a lot of what we say, we say with intention.
Mm-hmm. Camera might have died mid-outro, but I think what Justin was trying to say is cheers to 2026 and to new things and to new experiences.
And to maybe charge the camera before we do recordings. And with that said, we love you,
we appreciate you,
and as always,
peace and love.